At this time, I would like to acknowledge former United States Senator Claiborne Pell, United States Senator Jack Reed, the honorable members of the Providence City Council, the Providence Judiciary, the general officers and general officers-elect of the state of Rhode Island, the leadership of the General Assembly, members of the Rhode Island Legislative Delegation, mayors of other cities and towns, presidents of Rhode Island's colleges and universities, members of the clergy, officials of the City of Providence, distinguished guests, and members of the family of Mayor Vincent A. Cianci, Jr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor of the City of Providence, Vincent A. Cianci, Jr. The Honorable Judge Derobio, Chief Judge of the District Court. At this time, I would like to welcome the Governor of the State of Rhode Island, Lincoln Almond, to present the official greetings.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Senator Reed, Senator and Mrs. Pell, Governor Noel, my fellow general officers of the state of Rhode Island, members of the General Assembly, Mayor Cianci, members of the Providence City Council, mayors, city and town officials, Bishop Mulvey, Rabbi Franklin, Chief Judge Derobio. It is certainly a pleasure for me to join you this morning on this great occasion. My sincere congratulations to Mayor Cianci, to the members of the Providence City Council and their families on this very, very special day. There is just cause for celebration today because during this 4-year term, Mayor Cianci becomes the longest reigning mayor in the history of the City of Providence, and that's an accomplishment well worth applauding. As we stand on the threshold of a new century, our state and our capital city will shine like never before. Rhode Island is on the move, and we all know that Providence is undergoing a dramatic renaissance. The years to come will bring even greater prosperity, greater opportunity, and greater hope for all Rhode Islanders. In the new century, children and families will continue to receive the programs they need to lead fulfilling lives, whether it's comprehensive health care, child care, or job training. We'll keep moving forward with education reform, which is so important to the children of our state and the economy of our state. And we will move forward with our plans to continue to allocate more funds to our urban schools. I want to see every child enter school ready to learn and leave school ready to work. And together we can accomplish this very, very important goal for our state. In the new century, our institutions of higher education will be second to none. We'll see expansion projects at the community college, which does such a wonderful job for so many Rhode Islanders. Rhode Island College will have a new East Campus and a wonderful new performing arts center. And the University of Rhode Island will have their latest technology, the best infrastructure, refurbished academic buildings and dormitories, and yes, a new convocation center and a sports arena for the University of Rhode Island to make it the most competitive institution of higher education in this nation. With our beautiful beaches, bike paths, and open spaces, with our many cultural and historic sites, and yes, with our new fleet skating rink, Rhode Island is a premier destination site in the United States and in the world. And let me just say that our state will rise to even greater prominence in the eyes of tourists in the new century. Just think, our entire nation will come to know our beloved capital city through the television show Providence, which is coming this week. That will help spur visitors to our city, tourism, and Providence Place Mall will open this next summer, and I will join the mayor in that celebration. We're spurring the growth of enterprise zones. We're attracting new companies to move to Providence, and we're working hard to ensure that parking will be available to all. We're also investing in our infrastructure, such as the Point Street Bridge and the hurricane barrier. We've come a long, long way by joining forces. Just think of how much more we can achieve in the millennium and beyond. The Masonic Temple will be home to a luxury hotel, and we'll have more and more hotel rooms in the city of Providence. The Museum Mile will continue to grow with Heritage Harbor and the Smithsonian on the horizon. The progress we've seen is just beginning. This is just the beginning of a renewed spirit in our state and just the beginning of our capital city's rebirth. This is just the beginning for even better days for our state's 39 cities and towns. This truly is just the beginning. My congratulations to Mayor Cianci. Mayor, your leadership and vision have certainly made a world of difference to our capital city, and you should be applauded for your efforts. I am personally, as governor, committed to working with you, with local officials, the General Assembly, the general offices, to ensure that Providence continues to reach new heights that it so much deserves. Together we can build upon the momentum we've gained, and we will continue to get the job done. Thank you very much.
The city clerk, Michael Clement, will now present the certificate of election.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The certificate reads as follows: State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations, City of Providence. This is to certify and make known unto all whom these presents shall come that Vincent A. Cianci Jr. has been by the electors of the City of Providence duly elected to hold said office for 4 years ending on the first Monday in January A.D. year 2003, and until a successor is elected and duly acted upon. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
The oath of office will now be administered by the Honorable Albert E. DeRobio, Chief Judge of the Rhode Island District Court. The Mayor's family Bible will be held by his granddaughter, Olivia, who will be held by her mother, Nicole.
Come on, Olivia. Hold it tight now.
It's a pleasure, really, for you to be here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's been a long time.
I know. I, Vincent A. Cianci,
I, Vincent A. Cianci,
Jr.,
Jr.,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the State of Rhode Island
and of the State of Rhode Island
and the Providence Home Rule Charter,
and the Providence Home Rule Charter,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of mayor
the duties of the office of mayor
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, Renee, thank you.
The proclamation of the engagement of office will be delivered by the High Sheriff, Rene Lafayette.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that from this day forward until the first Monday of January of the year of our Lord 2003, or until his successor is elected and qualified, the executive and administrative powers of the City of Providence shall be vested in the Honorable Vincent A. Cianci, Jr., the newly elected and sworn mayor of the City of Providence, who shall by law exercise all the powers and duties that are prescribed for that office by the Constitution and laws of the State of Rhode Island, the Providence Home Rule Charter of 1980, and the ordinances of the City of Providence. This proclamation is given on the 4th day of January, year of our Lord 1999, and the 222nd year of independence. God save His Excellency, God save His Honor, the Mayor, and the City of Providence.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure and a high honor to introduce the 34th Mayor of the City of Providence, Vincent A. Cianci, Jr.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Please be seated, and we'll try to get through this as quickly as possible. All right? It's cold. Governor Almond, Bishop Mulvey, Rabbi Franklin, Judge DeRobio, Senator Reed, Senator Pell, who I'm honored to have here with his wife Nuala at this inauguration. He did such great service for our city and our state. Let's give him a round of applause, well deserved. And the toughest job in Rhode Island is filling his seat, and Senator Reed is doing a remarkable job doing that. And certainly I want to recognize our general officers who are here today, our Senate Majority Leader, and also members of our City Council who are gracious enough to be with us this morning to share in this wonderful celebration. I also want to welcome all of you to this wonderful celebration as I take the oath of office for the 6th time. On this very spot, almost a quarter century ago, I delivered my first inaugural address to the people of Providence. I surveyed the city before me in 1975 and saw a downtown in economic distress, neighborhoods in desperate need of new investment, and a waterfront that contributed almost nothing to the well-being of our city. I argued that Providence had many assets upon which to rebuild. Strong neighborhoods, great colleges and hospitals, beautiful buildings, an impressive setting at the head of Narragansett Bay. I called then for a new beginning. I called for a new spirit of adventure and excitement, a new commitment to progress in the center city, the neighborhoods, and the waterfront. How far we have come in the 24 years since that cold day. At the dawn of a new century and a new era, Providence is in the forefront of American cities, a shining example of a city reborn. Everywhere there is evidence of urban energy and vitality. To my left, a magnificent new shopping mall rises majestically in the Capitol Center, once the site of bleak railroad yards and ugly buildings. Now sleek new hotels sprout up around the Rhode Island Convention Center. During the Christmas season, Providence College hosted Notre Dame at the Civic Center. Showboat played to a full house at the grandly restored Providence Performing Arts Center. And a Christmas carol held the stage at the Tony Award-winning Trinity Repertory Company. On gentle summer evenings, thousands assembled along our riverwalks as Waterfire weaved its mystical spell. Water Place Park is a magical transformation of old industrial rivers into a grand focal point of urban inspiration. And the new Fleet Skating Center captivates young and old alike on crisp winter evenings. There is a new spirit of hope and confidence in the neighborhoods as well. Here are some of the reasons why. Since 1990, we have invested more than $300 million of public money in the neighborhoods of our city, far more than we have invested in the downtown. In this time, 73 miles of city streets have been resurfaced, 42 parks and playgrounds have been refurbished, 1,700 homes have been painted or refurbished with city money, thousands of sidewalks have been resurfaced, 225 new classrooms have been built. Some of the newest and best equipped public schools in Rhode Island have been built on the south and west sides of our city. Property values are rising in most parts of the city, and new, much brighter streetlights have been installed in 80% of the city. The police department has new cruisers, new technology, and a state-of-the-art fingerprint identification system. The police department has more officers in uniform than in any other time in the last 20 years. The gun court that we created has put more than 350 gun criminals in prison, and the crime rate in the city has fallen more than 40% since I took office in 1990. In fact, crime in 1998 was at the lowest level since the 1960s. And our arguments on behalf of property tax relief have been heard in the State House. Starting this July, we will finally begin to phase out that awful automobile tax and the inventory tax. So you can clap for that, because we have some of our assembly members here and the governor and others who are very much a part of that effort. Repaved streets, refurbished playgrounds, restored housing, rising property values, computer-centered classrooms, first-rate equipment for the public safety forces, brighter and safer streets, repealed taxes on automobiles and inventory. These are the dreams of 1975 that become the reality of 1999. In that first election in 1974, I was elected by, well, let me put it this way, I don't think anyone would have called me landslide. I was elected by the slimmest of margins, only 709 votes. 5 elections later, in November of 1998, you gave me 97% of the vote, and for that I will be forever grateful. The meaning of the November election is clear to me. There is almost universal support for the progress that we have made together. We have made progress in the center city and in the neighborhoods. I interpret the election as a mandate to press on with even greater determination in the renewal enterprise, always reaching for that lofty standard that makes a city great in the eyes of its people and in the pages of history. In the next 4 years, these will be my priorities, and not in any particular order. 1, accelerate the pace of redevelopment and economic renewal in our down city and our neighborhoods. 2, bring about reductions in the tax burden on business. 3, accelerate school reform so that the public schools become an important reason why people choose to live in this city. 4, implement a tax revaluation that strengthens our neighborhoods. And 5, build the most equipped new public safety headquarters that fully meets the needs of the city well into the 21st century. I believe we can build on our successes to date and really achieve something extraordinary in this city. Our reputation has never been higher. The Providence Renaissance is a model for other American cities. Now is the time to attract quality employers and talented individuals to our city. In order to realize our full potential, our property taxes and our public schools must be strong selling points for our city. reasons why employers and homeowners alike want to come to our city and remain in our city. We cannot accomplish these goals without unity. The interests of Providence and Rhode Island are inextricably linked. I call on the governor, the General Assembly, the Providence City Council, the school board, teachers and parents to join me in this quest for excellence. Working together, we can accomplish this and more. During the last 8 years, education has been one of our top priorities because of the tremendous growth and demographic change that has taken place. We have added almost 7,000 students to enrollment, hired 1,000 additional teachers and other employees, built 225 new classrooms, opened 9 new schools, and increased the annual school budget by over $100 million. The new schools we have built, particularly those on the south and west sides of the city, utilize the best computer technology and are among the best equipped in America. We can claim success in the field of education, but we can do and we have to do more. Now, with enrollment growth beginning to slow down, we'll put tremendous emphasis on improving the quality of the Providence public schools. We will recruit a new superintendent of national stature. We will negotiate a progressive and reform-minded teachers contract. And we will create exciting new schools that can successfully compete with the best suburban and private schools in America. Can this be done? Yes, it can be done. Are we reaching too far? No. You know, these are the anxieties that we must learn to overcome. If we Rhode Islanders have a failing, if we have one, and now we have to find one, it's a lack of self-esteem. I think we're getting better, but I think that we always had a lack of self-esteem. The collective feeling that it can't happen here. Well, it can happen here, and it's happening here, and we all know that. A generation ago, Providence was a town of crumbling mills and empty storefronts. Today, we are a great city, celebrated for our theater, our restaurants, the preservation of our historic architecture, our institutions of higher learning, and the grand reconstruction of our public spaces. In a burst of creativity, we have produced Water Place, Water Fire, and the Fleet Skating Center, all in rapid succession. On Friday, as the governor mentioned, a new TV series set in this city will have its national premiere. And the new association with our partnership City of Florence will bring paintings and artworks, great chefs, along with visiting artisans, craftsmen, and all kinds of wonderful things from the great city of Florence right here to Providence. We cannot rest on our laurels. The time has come to set our sights even higher. With the foundation that we have laid the last 25 years, Providence is ready to take another great leap forward. In a few weeks, I will announce plans to redevelop the city on a scale never before attempted. I will propose that the city acquire hundreds of acres of industrial property at 3 separate locations not far from this spot. I will propose to completely redevelop this acreage for the highest quality commercial, institutional, and recreational residential uses. I believe that these 3 sites, once redeveloped, will rank among the most desirable locations in America for prime development. There is enough land at these locations to double the total amount of building space devoted to prime downtown uses in our city at this time. These projects will be the largest public commitment in the history of our city. The development we have in mind is on such a scale that we call each of the development areas a new city. Making the new cities a reality will be important work for the next 4 years, important work for governmental, business, institutional, and civic leaders of our state. Where are these new cities located? One is the old industrial waterfront, a sea of petroleum tanks, asphalt plants, and other unsightly uses stretching more than a mile along Allen's Avenue. The industrial waterfront today contributes very little tax benefit to the city and very little employment opportunity as well. In fact, the waterfront contributes less than $2 million in property taxes, or about 1% of our total levy. And the petroleum industry employs fewer than 100 people. It's time to reclaim that land and make it more useful. We cannot and we will not allow the situation to continue. The waterfront is the most important asset that the new Providence has. Now is the time to put that asset to work for the good of our city and our state. We can bring about billions in new investment, create tens of thousands of new jobs, and generate tens of millions in new tax revenue for the city and for the state. The second new city begins on the other side of the highway from where Providence Place is under construction. It flows along the banks of the Woonasquatucket River to the edge of Olneyville Square, the Woonasquatucket River Valley. Once the center of our city's manufacturing might, is today an industrial cemetery, packed with block after block of deteriorated mills. With Providence Place rising in the distance, the time has come for sweeping change. The adjacent neighborhoods of Olneyville, Valley, and Smith Hill will be major beneficiaries. I foresee bike paths, the reclamation of green space, and the creation of jobs and opportunity that will raise the living standards in these neighborhoods. The third new city is not land at all. It's the air rights on top of Route 95, extending from the Atwells Avenue Bridge to the Broad Street Bridge over the highway. The air rights would be completely decked over, just as the Mass Pike is decked over to provide space for Copley Place in Boston. In Providence, we could obtain 12 acres of new development space right in the center of the city. We would also block off the traffic noise and the polluting fumes created by over 250,000 cars a day flowing through our city. We envision that the dramatic development of Route 95 air rights will speed the renewal of the Atwells Avenue area, the Armory District, and Elmwood. It will reconnect these neighborhoods to Down City and link the east side to the west side and create a unified and vigorous city once again. Just as the railroad tracks and the Chinese wall over there divided our city for so many years, so Route 95 has divided our city and contributed to the deterioration of neighborhoods. Even though it is a vital link to the world of commerce beyond, it still separates us. What has happened? Well, the railroad came down, the Chinese wall came down, and now we have billions of new investment in the heart of our city. Now we must turn our attention to the highways. We must bridge the divide between east and west in our city. We must bring new hope and new opportunity to the people of Federal Hill, Elmwood, and the West End. We must all be united once again. In order to carry out these ambitious plans, we will have to raise hundreds of millions of dollars. We will have to sweep away the old and create dramatic new settings for new construction. We will have to address the needs of employers for skilled labor. And we will have to ensure that the business taxes we charge are among the most highly competitive in our nation. All of these things can be done. They can't happen in 1 year or 2 or 3. But we can begin today the great work of transforming our city. Remember that Capitol Center was once a sprawling freight yard, a dying use in a dying city. We have so utterly transformed that deserted and disregarded real estate that the most prestigious department stores in America are making their way to our city. We are reclaiming our retail prominence when it was thought to be lost forever. We are succeeding where other cities have failed because we have the will and the resources to totally change the city center. Now it is our destiny to totally transform the riverfront of our city. In the 19th century, the rivers of Providence were used as a sewer. In the 20th century, the rivers were channeled, covered up, and forgotten. In the 21st century, the rivers of Providence will be the centerpiece of a revitalized and vigorous city. We will build a great city on the hills and the plains overlooking the rivers and the bay. We will reconnect our city from east to west. More than 350 years ago, Roger Williams rounded the bend at Fox Point in an Indian canoe and saw before him the site of a new city he called Providence. What hopes and dreams he must have had for the city he would create out of a wilderness. Today, we must share those same dreams. We must see the new city on the horizon, and we must never rest till the new Providence is ours. Thank you all very much. Happy New Year, and let's get to work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Patricia. We're going to do what now?
America the Beautiful.
Okay. What about the benediction? Okay. 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 Stop. Thank you. Okay. You're going to lose him. Go ahead. All right. Can we, just for 1 minute. All right, you're in for a real treat here. Where is, these are my favorite singers in the city. Can we, can you guys kind of just break ranks for just a minute so everybody can see these young kids? They're the best. Where's Tracy? Tracy's right here. Where is everybody here? All right. Okay, where's Abigail? Abigail Mills does a great job. These youngsters went down to Washington. They sang at the White House. They sang at the where else did you sing? At the
Walter Reed
Army Medical.
And the Airmen and Soldiers Home.
Yes, and they are from one of they're the best little singers, and they wrote a song about Providence, and you have to listen to it because it's really cute. And so, Abigail, why don't you introduce your act?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the
Watch these kids.
Flynn kids from the E.W. Flynn Arts and Technology Academy, and we're right behind Women and Infants Hospital. And we sing for the nursing homes in Providence.
And the mayor.
Any place the mayor wants.
How cute they are.
And I'm very happy to say that we are part of the Performing Arts program, Arts Across the Curriculum. I believe it's the first in Rhode Island in the elementary school level. Before we sing, though, the boys and girls would like to say one thing. Congratulations,
oh. Thank you very much. Give them a hand. By the way, wait a minute. Thank you very much. They're the best. Remember, the last time you were here now, we all had cookies, remember, in the room, in the dining room? All right, we'll pick that up. We all had cookies in the dining room, remember? And I asked you to do something just before you went to Washington. I asked you to talk to the president, didn't I? You went to the White House. And tell everybody what I told you to... I know it, but if he did come, what did I tell you to tell the president?
Where's our Cianci's empowerment grant?
Say it again.
Where's Cianci's empowerment grant?
Where is Mayor Cianci's empowerment grant? I had them all queued to do that. And they did it well. But we're very proud of these young people. They performed at the opening of our ice rink, and they have great shows at Flynn, and it shows the arts across the curriculum. So, Abigail, it's all yours. I don't know if this...
3 songs, sir? 3?
Yes, do them whatever you'd like.
Well, whatever you would like.
3 would be great.
All right. Okay, people. Everybody's standing up straight. And this is the fabulous Flynn kids.
I'll sit right over here at my desk. They can sit. They can.
Flank him.
Yeah, so I can listen.
2, 3, 4, don't. Go.
We're the biggest little city and the biggest little state in the land, Providence. And if anybody asks you, just say this is where the buck ends, in Providence. We have horse and buggy rides around the great little dark, and we sail a big gondola in water that's dark. We're the biggest little city and the biggest little state in the land, Providence. And if anybody asks you, just say this one here is just grand, in Providence. We have horse and buggy rides around this great little place, and a big blue blue street because of the day. There are restaurants to eat in, and hotels to sleep in, and old things to look at, and pastas to cook at, and Federal Hill and College Hill and Benedict Street, right here in Providence. And if anybody tells you that we want your applause, you can tell them that our mayor makes his own pasta sauce. We're the biggest little city in the biggest little state, Providence!
Yes. All right. See that? Thank you.
Here we are with Representative Joanne Giannini from the City of Providence. Joanne, what'd you think of the mayor's address?
I thought the address was great, and I was very happy to see that he reiterated on all the accomplishments over the last 20-something years, and I've seen such a major improvement in the City of Providence. It was exciting news of the renaissance of the city and changes to come in the future.
What would you like to see next?
Well, it's like, can you top this? I think that he expressed what I would like to see being a legislator. What I will be working for will be increased aid to the city of Providence, working with the city administration to do that. I think that we need to have that increased aid to lower the taxes.
Looks like the governor opened the door nicely for him. Had some nice comments from the governor about education and the need for improvements there.
I think that the other cities are starting to see, the other cities and towns, that Providence is the focal point of the state, and we have to start supporting our capital city to let the rest of the state of Rhode Island be accomplished. So I look forward to working with the mayor and the council and my other legislators.
Joanne, thanks a lot. Good luck to you, and we'll be in touch with you over the next legislation.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye. Okay, we're here now with Mrs. June Hassett. She's a mother to Councilman Terry Hassett, and you were down here listening to the mayor's speech today. What'd you think of the mayor's speech?
I thought it was excellent. Everything he said, he fulfilled everything, too. I mean, the amazing thing is the Fleet Center. I really thought...
Fleet Skating Center?
Yes.
It's quite an addition to the city.
It is an addition, yes.
What do you hear people saying about that?
They enjoy it. They look forward to weekends, evenings, with their children and family.
Now, you've been in Providence for some time. You've seen the changes just in the past 10 years. It's pretty remarkable, isn't it?
Convention Center, it is remarkable. And now the new mall that's coming through. It is remarkable.
Where's some of your favorite places to go? Where do you like to go out for dinner?
I'm not too much Mario's. I think there's a Mario's, and there's the Capitol Grill.
So what would you like to see next if you had a choice as to what the mayor ought to do in his next 4 years? You got any ideas?
No, I don't.
Well, your son, I'm sure, is going to be working closely with him, the rest of the city council.
And he enjoys it.
Well, thanks for stopping by and talking to us, and enjoy the rest of the day here in downtown Providence.
Thank you.
Take care. We're here now with Debbie and Mary. Debbie and Mary came down to hear the mayor's speech. Debbie, what's your full name and where are you from?
My name is Deborah Gaylou, and I work with Providence Community Action.
ProCap. And Mary, your full name?
Mary Reardon, Providence Community Action.
You both work at ProCap then. Tell us what you thought about the mayor's speech today.
The mayor's speech was very interesting. I liked it a lot.
What were the particular points that stood out to you that if you had to point to 1 or 2 points that he made that really struck home with you, what could you say?
The education was one of the good points that I'm looking forward to.
That seems to be what he wants to improve on almost above all. Mary, how about yourself? Did you have a favorite point?
Well, the revitalization of Providence and bringing in the arts from Florence and everything, that's particularly interesting to me because I've been there and it was beautiful.
Yeah. Now, you've seen the development in the city over the last 10 years or so. What do you like? What have you seen down here that you like the best?
Water Place Park, Federal Hill revitalization. I'm waiting for him to work more on Smith Hill because that's where I'm from.
What would you like to see up there?
Well, cleaning up of the city and fixing up of the housing.
Well, he's doing that one neighborhood at a time, one block at a time, but we're working at it. How about yourself, Debbie? What would you like to see the mayor do next?
Just keep up the good work. Doing a good job. Real good job. The city looks real good.
Anything you want to say to the folks at home? Best wishes to anybody out there for the new year?
Yeah, best wishes to my mom and dad. They live in Providence. They have for many, many years, and my father still has his barbershop at 86 years old on Smith Street.
And his name is?
Guy Alba, and he's a complete supporter of the mayor.
It's good to hear. How about yourself, Debbie?
Best wishes to everybody. That's all I can say, and a happy new year. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, ladies, and good luck over at ProCap. You're doing, I'm sure, a great job over there. Bye-bye. We're here now with Fred Lippett. Fred's the chairman of the Board of Regents as well as the Providence Plan. You've been around for some time with this mayor now. How do you think he's doing these days?
Well, I think he's doing very well. He has a wonderful vision of what a city can be. I mean, when you listen today to his dreams for the future, that's a tremendously exciting thing. And he can do one more thing wonderfully. He can put things together. I mean, that skating rink would never existed if it wasn't for the mayor himself. And I think the 3 new cities he talked about today are terrific. And I'm delighted to hear of his commitment to education in the Providence schools, because that is something the state is working with him on, and we hope to do just what he says and have the best schools we can get in the city.
He and the governor seem to be singing the same song today. There's a good coalition between those two going on these days.
Well, I think there is, and I think that's important. It's really important. This is a city-state, and if Providence isn't in good shape, the state's not in good shape. And I was delighted to hear that the governor's talking about bringing jobs to the city, because that's really something you need for city people. And we can do a lot better than we've been doing, and I think that's now happening. And I think the partnership between the mayor and the governor is a very healthy thing for the state.
Certainly. Now, you've run for politics. You've run for election over the years. You've seen this guy come a long way. He's served in 4 different decades now, once we get to the year 2000. What's the secret to his lasting power? Any idea?
Well, I think he's a very appealing person. And he's got a very active mind. He's always on a new project. And I think that's what keeps him young and going. If there was no projects, I can't imagine him still being here. But he invents good projects.
And he's going to make the history books this year when he eclipses Mayor Thomas Doyle for his longevity as mayor of the city of Providence.
Well, I think that's absolutely right. And I'm sure that most of the citizens don't remember Mayor Doyle, and they do remember Buddy. They'll remember him for a long while.
Well, they were both visionaries and did a lot for their city, and certainly the mayor's not through yet. He's got a ways to go.
No, he's not through, and I think there's so much to be done in the city, and to do what he's been doing and the city's been doing itself in Providence is just terrific. It's a wonderful thing for the state.
Mr. Lippett, you're a great civil servant. You've done some wonderful things yourself for the city of Providence. Thanks so much for stopping by. Congratulations and good luck in the future with the Providence plan and working with the mayor.
Thank you. I enjoyed being it.
Take care. This is Judge Catherine Graziano of the Providence Municipal Court. Judge Graziano, what did you think of the mayor's address today?
I thought it was very nice. I think he has great visions for the city of Providence, and I hope everything works out, especially being a taxpayer. I like that part about eliminating the car taxes.
Yeah, he had a lot of good messages for the people who live here in the city. Now, you've been here for a while. You've seen what's happened over the past 10 years. Any comments on all these quick changes in such a short period of time?
Well, actually, I've been here longer than the past 10 years. I went to high school at St. Xavier's when it was down here on Broad Street, so I've seen a tremendous amount of changes over even longer than the 10 years, although I'd say in the last 5 to 10 there have been significant changes, and downtown and the city of Providence looks great.
Now, as a traffic court judge, what are the, percentage-wise, what's the #1 type of case that you deal with over there?
For the most part, we deal with parking tickets on a daily basis. Then other days of the week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we have moving violations and trials.
Now, nobody denies that parking in downtown Providence is a problem. It's always been a problem. We saw some photographs at the 120th anniversary of City Hall. We had an exhibit set up and some photos from back in the 30s and 40s when cars first started coming in. They had traffic jams then. Is there a solution to this? You got an idea?
More parking spaces, more garages. I think that's one of the problems. We have a lot of colleges in this city and universities that unfortunately do not have the parking facilities for their students, and we see a tremendous number of college students with tremendous parking tickets, parking ticket amounts that have tripled, and a lot of fines and penalties have accrued, and it's unfortunate that these schools don't take some of the land that they own in this city and maybe construct some new garages, substantial garages.
Yeah. What advice do you give the man on the street who wants to drive into the city? I mean, everybody wants to come here now. It's got the great new Fleet Skating Center. There are lots more reasons to come to downtown Providence. What do you tell people who come through your court who find that problem? That's not easy.
Well, I mean, obviously we want people to come into the city of Providence. It's a great city. There are a lot of attractions for them to come in and see. Parking is a problem, but there are some garages, facilities. The convention center has a very large garage, and that's close to just about everything that you've named. Other than that, get here early and look for a metered spot.
There's a right way to park and there's a wrong way to park. Judge Graziano, thanks for stopping and talking to us, and
Thank you.
Good luck over the next year.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Mayor, congratulations. That was quite a speech, very well received. This has been a whirlwind 24 hours for you. Take us through it and tell us how you feel right now.
Well, it's not over yet. It's been a whirlwind 24 hours. I started yesterday by getting sworn in at midnight. Before that, I had dinner with my close family and close friends, and then there was a reception at my house for a little larger group, and I was sworn in. I do that traditionally because I did it in 1974 for a reason, or the eve of 74 to 75, because I wanted to take office immediately at the stroke of midnight. But then what we've done is come down to the City Hall and have the formal ceremony, as we've done for 6 times now, in front of the city with the council and all the directors and all the people who want to come. There was a big sizable crowd out there today. But then I got up this morning and put the finishing touches on the speech, and then went off to come down to City Hall and receive the presidents of some of the universities, and the bishop, and Senator Pell was here, Senator Reed, Governor Almond, and we had coffee and talked about the things going on in the city. We all went out and we had one of those formal inaugural ceremonies that was enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Now, next fall, you're going to surpass Mayor Doyle. You're going to eclipse his service to the city of Providence. This is a historic moment. How do you feel about that?
Well, the city archivist tells me that on September 23rd at 9:26 in the evening, that I will surpass that record. He was a great mayor, and he and I had a lot in common. He changed parties a couple of times, as I have. Once I did that. And he always was arguing with the newspaper, which I do sometimes. But I guess basically he was a great mayor, and I hope to be thought of as well as Thomas Doyle when my time is up here in City Hall.
Now, you've got an announcement today that 3 cities are in the making. You've talked somewhat about this one along Allen's Avenue, and you've talked a bit about the one upstream from the mall, but now we've got one coming up over the top of the highway.
Yeah,
can you tell us about that?
Yeah. Obviously, just as the Chinese wall and the railroad track separated the city of Providence, and we couldn't build anything, we put those tracks underground, built a new station, and relocated 3 rivers, and look what happened. The building of the mall, the building of the American Express building, the building of the Citizens Bank building, all of those things there that bring in thousands of dollars in revenue a year to us, millions of dollars, and in addition to that, hundreds and thousands of jobs when the mall opens. When you think about it, that cured that particular area of the city. Now, think about Route 95. It does the same thing. It's an economic necessity for commerce, but it separates east from west. And for the neighborhoods of Federal Hill and also the Armory and the west end of the city of Providence, we need to connect that part of the city to the downtown and become a vigorous connected city once again. That Route 95 separates us in more ways than just geography. It separates us economically. It separates us sometimes culturally, and many other ways. So that will also be one of our new cities to cover that over from the Broad Street Bridge to the Atwells Avenue Bridge and build upon those 12 acres. The Allen's Avenue project is simple. There's just nothing but desolation and old tanks there, and the petroleum industry is, in my opinion, not paying their fair share, or maybe they're paying their fair share, but that land can be used for much more productive uses. We only get something like $1.8 million in taxes a year for 1.5 miles of waterfront, and there's less than 100 jobs there. We can do better than that. And just picture raising that up about 17 or 18 feet to protect against hurricanes. That's the whole area on the right-hand side. When you're driving north into the city, you see all those tanks. The hospitals are on the left on 95. So you cover it, and then what you do is, in my opinion, according to the engineers, you can build an aquarium there. You can build all kinds of residential buildings. You can build commercial ventures. You can do all kinds of wonderful things and recapture that waterfront, create thousands of jobs and millions of dollars in tax revenues. And by the way, recapture that whole area. The Woonasquatucket River Project is another new city, and that is very important because that used to be the site of our industrial might. But now you go there and there's the river is bad, and now we've got $16 million to clean that up and make bike paths and reclaim into the neighborhoods of Hartford Valley and Olneyville, and you'll see us reclaim the old mills that are there that are all ugly and they're brownfield places. We'll clean those up and reclaim those neighborhoods through the use of the river. Those are the 3 new cities. But our most important function will be educational reform in the city, bringing our teachers' salaries up to at least what the rest of the state gets, number 1. Number 2, building schools that are as good as or better than the private schools and the suburban schools, some suburban schools, because we believe that we have made a lot of accomplishments in education. We built 225 classrooms. Our Leviton School is probably the most technologically equipped elementary schools in America, with 2 of them. And I think that we need to move in that direction, because I see not only is education important for opportunity for kids, but I look at it as an economic resource for the city, because we can't get people to stay here, live here, and we can't get employers to locate here with their companies if, in fact, our school system doesn't measure up.
It seems like the governor and you were singing the same song on that education. Are you going to be working closely with him on this?
I hope so. I think that we can work together. We have the same interests at heart. And the city of Providence, is self-esteem is way up here now. And I think the state of Rhode Island has come right along, and they respect the city, and they come here to go to great restaurants. They use our libraries. They use our museums. They use our educational facilities. They use our wonderful Providence Performing Arts Center, our Civic Center, our Performing Arts Center, Trinity Repertory Theater. So this is really the center of culture, health care for the state of Rhode Island. We're really turning it around, and everyone thinks this is truly a Renaissance city, and it is. We're moving along, and we're going to get better.
One more question, Mayor. Saw 3 generations of Ciancis out there on the podium today. That must make you pretty proud.
Yeah.
You've got to think back to your dad, and what thoughts were going through your mind?
No, I mean, when you think about it, Nicole, my daughter, she held the Bible back in 1975, and now her daughter held the Bible for me today. I don't know if that's a wonderful thing, but shows we're all getting a little older, right, DeWolf?
Good job, Mayor. Congratulations.
Singer, actress, teacher, humanitarian. Ladies and gentlemen, Betty Buckley.
like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. It's almost like being in love. All the music in life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling, I would swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. It's almost like being in love. It's almost like being in love. All the music in life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me.